Okay, let me just quickly share my screen to show us what we are actually planning for today. Yeah, can we all see my screen?
Not yet.
What about now?
It's coming up.
Okay. Yeah, so from my screen right now, but I don't know, the class is very dull today, and I don't know why. I've just heard the voice of few people. I heard the voice of Elumi, Aisha, and Sarah. Michael, Joshua, is Ezekiel on the call again? Are we all good? Is everything all right? Can we proceed with today's class, or we should just cancel it?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just sick. Sorry.
Yeah, good.
You are good, sir. You are
Okay, okay. Okay, great. So I'm trying to share my screen. I don't know if you can all see my screen.
He's still sharing. I'm yet to see it, sir. He's still sharing.
I hope network won't be lost today. What about now? Is it still loading?
Yeah, it's still loading.
Yes.
Why is network like this today? Okay, without wasting much time, I think it's from my end here. So Blessing is going to take us through some industry insight in terms of networkings and the like. So I will just hand over um, the mic to her now. So she was going to take us through why I sort my internet out and join back with the next few minutes. Is that fine by everyone? She's going to lead us right away. Is that fine by everyone?
Yes, it's
Yes, that's
fine.
fine.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Kiss Blessing, please, you can take over the floor. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon from everywhere we're joining from. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. My name is Blessing Fadumila. I am
Yes.
a quantity surveyor. Yeah, good evening. I'm a quant surveyor transitioning to being an estimator, and I reside in Canada. Yes, so today we'll be talking about networking. I don't know if I have the permission to share my screen or I can't. Okay, so maybe we'll just talk it through.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Okay, let me see. It said host disabled attendee sharing screen. So maybe you have to do
The
something.
error is from me. I'm just going to log off my system now. You can take off and you can share your screen. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so it's nice to meet everyone on this meeting. I was supposed to be part of the meeting or to have been part of the meeting from the first meeting. I was so sorry. It's just a lot of engagements from my end. So I'm glad to be here today. And I would like to also take your questions, anything you want to ask me about networking, personal branding, anything that would just enhance or you feel that would enhance your career. I am available to answer. So let me see if I'm able to share. I can share the screen. So I live in Canada and it's a fast life here. So as I'm on this meeting, I finished the meeting. Now I'm on this meeting and then I have another meeting in the next maybe 45 to 1 hour. So I will just get started. So we'll be talking about social media, networking, and personal branding, which I'm sure that a lot of us have heard about. You've heard, I'm sure I won't be the first person talking about this. And I won't be the last saying it too. And I would always tell people that in this age and generation that we have, you are not permitted to be quiet. In any field of endeavors that you know you are comfortable with talking about, you are not meant to be quiet. I think I listened to somebody in the course of this week, and the person made a statement that resonated again with me. And she said, quietness doesn't pay any bill, or being shy doesn't give you anything. He said the opportunity are being given to the bold. So when we talk about social media, when we talk about networking, when we talk about personal branding, a lot of us are not doing any of this. And it's largely because we feel we are shy. And I would like to address that word, being shy. Maybe we break it down. Why are you shy? Because you hear a lot of people telling me or saying, I can't do this, I can't do that, because it still boils down to being shy. Then I ask myself, what's being shy? Like, why am I shy? Like, what makes people feel shy? Or what makes me feel shy? And I got to understand that it's just because we feel we are not good. If you are to enter a class of maybe primary 5 students, would you be shy? I don't think so. I don't think so. But when it comes to you addressing people that you feel they know better than you, then you start being timid. And I want us to cut that. Excuse me. I want us to take that off our mind, because there's always everyone has gone through a learning phase. Even those bosses, even those people that you think that they are better than you, they've also gone through some learning phases. So we all will learn together. Whether I know what I'm saying, whether I don't know what I'm saying, as long as you've done your research and you are not spilling out gibberish in any way, you'll be fine. The shyness you will outgrow it. And some of the things that also comes with shyness is because we feel we are not comfortable with the people. We feel, what would they say about me? You feel, just those things are not necessary. Care about yourself and about how you can make good of your career. That should be your driving force. So we talk about social media. There are so many of them. TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, or maybe we can't even categorize LinkedIn as a social media platform. I think it's still a social media platform. It's just a professional social media platform. See all these platforms, they are great. As a concept of you can bloom in any of these platforms. You can do well. If you want to represent conserving, and if you have any other thing that interests you, you can do it. But since our focus is mentoring relating to our profession, so I'm going to base it on being a conservator. You can be on TikTok. I'm sure you've seen a lot of construction buildings on TikTok. You've seen a lot of maybe get ready with me videos on TikTok, like what you do in the office, your day-to-day estimate, your day-to-day activities as an estimator, a quant surveyor. You can just put snippets of these things on any of these platforms and you continue to grow. You grow your brand like that. Like, people would mention your name and you're like, oh, I think I know this person. That's who I want to be. Not for anybody to clap for me. No, it's just for me, my career, and the people I'm going to impact. Every one of us, we have, if I can say, we have an assignment to impact lives, whether publicly or individually. You have that grace, you have that opportunity in your life. But if you are keeping it all to yourself, you are not talking, you are not contributing, even in meetings in the office, you are not talking. Asking questions in the office, you are not talking. You will just be wasting the gift and talent that God has given you. So please, this is an encouragement for you to network. Use social media. Put content out, like things that you feel comfortable sharing. It's not it doesn't have to be conserving related. Things that you feel comfortable. This word, you can't keep quiet. Apart from it's even a money-making machine, that is another thing entirely. That is another thing entirely. Like, social media is a money-making machine. Money-making machine. Build your followers there. Do business. Recently, maybe you would know the girl, but I wouldn't even mention her name. She's very active on Instagram, and maybe she grew from TikTok, and she was just doing a random thing on TikTok, but now the girl has made a career out of what she's doing. And now I think recently she said she put together some job job, maybe you can call it a job tool that has maybe a resume, how to write resume, how to do your LinkedIn. And she was selling it for 4,000. And this girl has sold over, if I'm not exaggerating, is it 300 that she said she has sold, or 3,000? I can't even remember. But you can calculate that. That's in millions. Just from the comfort of your house, you put together some few documents and people are downloading it. There are opportunities outside. Let's even not base it on money making machine. Your career personally would gain visibility. Employers will look for you. You won't look for job. Easily, you will get people saying, oh, I see that you are good at this thing. I also have something that I would want you to work on. Easy peasy. You don't have to apply for the job. You don't have to go through the rigorous activities of applying, interviewing. No. Some people, what you do on a daily basis is enough for them. It's enough. That's just what they want to see. Oh, this person is good at, just take some videos and show us how you do your estimates. Talk about some of the things that you feel will help people in the industry. And before you know it, you keep getting, views, people keep coming to you. And that's how, day by day, minutes by minutes, you're impacting lives. You're helping people get better in their career. You're helping people get better in what they do. You help them get more understanding. So that's just it about social media. Yeah. So I'm not going to key down on personal branding. Just as I've said that it's not good. Everyone needs to be known for something. Yeah, I have to use the word needs to be known for something. Only if you have a business, you have to be known for it, because you won't sell the business to yourself. It's people that you would want to sell it to. And those people would have to see what you are doing. If we don't know about Zoom today, if Zoom kept quiet about their platform, we wouldn't have the advantage of using it today. And I was reading something today. I follow this lady, yeah. She sent this bulky mail that I would like to read out to us. Like, oh, I hope I see it, because I have a lot of tabs open this morning. But okay, so he said, you will never know what's on the other side of an action you don't take. What you are meant to be celebrating an anniversary for now, which is in your vision board. He said, crowns move, crowns can change heads. Like, the summary of what she's just saying is, you won't gain anything from not putting yourself out there. Build a brand that represents who you are. It doesn't have to be in conserving. I still maintain that stance. It can be in any field that you are comfortable with. You can be a conservator and be very good with maybe career development. You can be a conservator and be very good at writing. If you don't want to talk about conserving, talk about your writing. Just be a brand. Like, build something that, I don't know if anybody has typed their name in Google before and you see the result that comes out of Google. I don't know if anybody has done that before. It's a good feeling. Not because of anybody's accolades, I say that again, but for yourself. You're impacting lives. That's what drives me to do everything I do, especially in my brand, because I want to impact lives. I want to be seen as a thought leader that anybody can walk to ask for counsel, to ask for help, to ask for advice. I can't tell you the number of people I reply to their messages on LinkedIn in a day. I just try, and I work. I have a baby. I have a daughter. It's not easy. I tell you, it's not easy. But yeah, like, that's how I want to be seen, and that's why I'm positioning myself to be in that light. So your personal brand will give you many and so much advantage. Put yourself out there. Shyness is not an option. To me, you can't tell me that you are shy, and that's why you're not doing things. LinkedIn is there. Put things out there. You've seen, like, I've heard millions of testimonies of how people get clients on LinkedIn, clients that they were not even expecting. Like, put things out there that you can do. Let people see your strengths. Even take them through your weaknesses. Yes. And the most important thing, let them see how you have grown in that weakness. In fact, I think those are the types of content that people engages in more, because you've shown them that, oh, I am not a perfect human. I have my little days, I have my low moments and my high moments. So it's good that we just put your brand, build something in your name. And I took a section to maybe 2 weeks ago for my church here, and I was telling them that I was telling them that everyone or major, like a lot of us are working for somebody. We are building somebody's vision. Somebody actually sat down and say, oh, I can have this company. And they started the company and they started building that company. And now they have the advantage of bringing you to be a part of the success of that company. Every one of us to have a vision in our heart that we are supposed to build out. And that's what people call personal branding. You have something in mind that you're supposed to build on for the generations coming. You are benefiting from somebody's vision. Build your own vision so that people would benefit from it. That's the summary of personal branding. Apart from the advantages and the so many opportunities that comes with it, you will be known. You will get opportunities easily. You will apply for a job, and once they get to your profile, they see now, oh no, this guy is doing so much. Some people, it's not even about you knowing what you are doing, but the fact that you do that as you commit to, it's not easy to create content. It's not easy to put things out there, but the fact that they see your commitment to it, it passed more message than what you have on your resume, because it shows your commitment to development of people. And that's what leaders are. That's what people are looking for in leaders. Leaders don't do so much these days, but they commit to mentoring and helping the generations coming behind. So please, you have no excuse whatsoever not to put yourself out there. You have no excuse not to network. You'll be in a meeting, you keep quiet. You can even imagine somebody like myself and Yemi that we're in the international world. You think it's easy to talk and people would not laugh at you that you have an accent? But we still talk. I'm sure Yemi's to talk in some of his meetings. You talk. If they don't hear you, they will tell you they can't hear you. You should repeat what you say. And I tell my friends jokingly, I will keep repeating it until they hear me. So that's just it. You don't have to. Of course, I understand that we have um there are some things that we get scared of. There are some imposter syndrome and all those things. There is this feeling of, that we have anytime, like nobody likes to be discomforted. We all want to be comfortable. And I tell you, the comfort level is a killing level. Don't be there. Don't be comfortable with what you are comfortable with. Try to go for what you are not comfortable with. If you are in a meeting, even if what you will say doesn't make sense, and that's why I advise that if you are going for a meeting, to prepare ahead for likely questions that you can ask. Ask some of these questions in your meetings. I'm sure your bosses would nod head at some of your questions and they will be impressed at what you ask. Don't be a fool too in a meeting. Don't go to a meeting blinded and just go and say rubbish. No, that's not what I'm encouraging for. Be strategic. In networking with people, keep in touch with your old friends that you finished from school. Don't throw relationships away. They are key in your career life. Don't throw your relationships away. Build your content. Be on social media, even if it is just one. Build on it. It may be Instagram that you're comfortable with. It may be TikTok. It may be whatever you are comfortable with. Make sure that you are on one of them. Make sure that you are using your social media and do well. Don't comment or build a brand. You would hardly see Adidas come or all these big brands come talk rubbish under people's comments. No, don't build that type of brand. Build a brand that is solid and that's well represented anyway. Build a brand. That's the summary of our meeting this morning, or my meeting here this morning. Build a brand. Build something that would have your name on it. Build this for the generations coming. And please remove shyness from your dictionary. I know some people say they are introverts. It's fine. It's fine to be an introvert. But being introverts won't pay the bills. And I tell you, professional favors, it boils down to the board. I tell you, it boils down largely to the board. Don't be shy. It pays nothing to be shy. It's like, I feel it's because people feel they are not up to that level. That's why you feel shy. If you have to talk to a primary 5-year-old, you won't be shy. So why does it now why will you not be shy to talk to your bosses in the office? And that's cool. I want us to think about that. Why wouldn't you be shy if you're addressing primary 5 students, but when it has to come to leaders, you start being timid and shaky? I know it comes with it, and it comes with growth too with time. But I just don't want you to give that excuse that you are shy. And that's why you're not talking to people in your office. That's why you're not networking with people. That's why you will be in a meeting and be quiet all through. You don't have to talk all the time, but at least contribute. You never can tell. Maybe that's your idea that you're so scared of spewing out is what will save the organization or someone. So please learn to be comfortable with doing uncomfortable things. It may not be comfortable, but that's where growth is. Doing what you're not comfortable with is where growth is. And I would encourage you, build your personal brand. As long as they're supporting your company, build your own vision too, for yourself, for your children, for your for posterity. Yeah, build your company to build something that you can put your name on. Build something. It's very, very important. And I have some few things here. Okay, so I think Yemi said I should answer some few questions too, or maybe I should first take questions from what I've said so far. I still have some things to discuss,
Okay,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Thank you so
I
much.
can
Do you
take
have any
some. Yeah.
questions for Curious Blessing? Hello. Why are we
I,
quiet today? Why? Mohammed, are you there? Is it because of fasting?
I think we have some comments. Okay.
Okay. Okay. If
Yeah,
you are,
I just hope I passed the message clearly and people understood what we said earlier. I hope you
yeah.
got it
Very correct.
clearly.
Very
Yeah.
correct, ma.
Yes, it's not, we are not forcing you, but we have to push you to do. I'm sure myself and Yemi have benefited from some of these things we are talking about today. And that's why we are encouraging you so that you get into their shoes and have some of these benefits to yourself. And I just hope we're not being too pushy, if I can put it like that.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, I'm
Hello, ma.
with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, ma. So my name is Shobola Kwelin. So
okay.
I actually want to help me clarify something. So I actually understand the place of using, should I say, sharing with, like, you being active and make sure you say, say something meaningful when it comes to maybe meeting that has to involve maybe your high, should I say, the hierarchy people when it comes to your organization sector. But what should I say, okay, I'm talking from my place of work perspective now.
Okay.
I sat down, I analyzed it. I noticed that it's not something they really value. And even when you are sharing ideas, it always seems maybe you are you are doing too much. Or how would I put it? The organization setting not actually give much uh, much much importance on when it comes to downline contribution to matter. I don't know. So what advice can you give in such? Because sometimes I always, even if you say it, they won't take action. So why just saying it? So that's been my own major issue. So what can you say as regards that?
Thank you for that question. And I think it's a major problem that I think I've walked through too before. I've worked with an organization while I was in Nigeria that they don't even value your opinion. But what I would say is contributing in meetings doesn't have to be that you are giving a suggestion. You can just be complimenting maybe an opinion. And if you see that the organization is lacking in something and you feel that the idea you have would work for them, table it. They can either do two things. Um either they follow up with you with the idea, or they tell you no, you can't get more than those two things. And you know that at least you've put a voice down there. Years to come, if another person talk about that thing, I'm sure that whosoever is in that meeting would remember that you said something related to that before. So it's not really about advising or suggesting that they do something, especially when it has to do with money. But if you feel that the organization would benefit from, take for example, maybe you want the company to start using um, software. Maybe it would help the work and help your projects. I'm sure that if you put things like that out firstly, they may not take it. They may not want to take it because it's cost involving. And I know that a lot of people, a lot of organizations are just trying to keep up now with the way things are in the country. So they may not really want to buy into it, but at least you've lent your voice. you've said it. It has come out of your mouth, and it's like anybody in that meeting would know that you've mentioned something related to this. So even if eventually they didn't make use of it, you've just lend your voice, which I think is okay.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. When it comes to putting your inputs, number one thing is to make sure your voice is heard. You don't have to be rude, but sometimes I used to have that feeling a while back, but now that I'm in the managerial position, there are sometimes that even we know what you're saying is right, but looking at our objective and the strategic goal, the long-term thing, it might not align with what we currently have in mind. So what I think you should do is just make sure it is documented. If it is a company that will keep track, well, we always have lessons learned for every I'm talking from the angle of construction now. We always have lesson learned documented. Somewhere we'll remember that you said that. Even the fact that we are not using it, implementing it now, does not mean we still won't come back to it. So the fact that you were turned down once does not, and after a while, people will know that, oh, this guy is always having information. Let's ask him. Even the last time, when you now don't talk, they would seek your opinion because they know that, oh, you have this perspective that is always fresh and different.
Okay.
Good point.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. All noted, ma.
Yeah.
Hello, I have something to say and like a question. In my own organization now, I work with a consultancy firm. So anytime, maybe because me, I'm very active in the NIQS activities, and maybe we have a meeting we have a meeting or a workshop coming up. I'll talk to my colleague because most of us are quantity surveyors. I'll talk to my colleague. We have a meeting. Oh, can you guys attend? Some people will start, you own too much self. Now you carry this QS for it. You own done too much. So I stop even talking. So there was one time we had a site visit. I posted, after I went for the site visit, I posted it on the group that, okay, this is what we learned today on the site meeting, and nobody commented. I just delete everything. That one was off. So now, anytime I go to my boss as a consultancy firm, okay, I go to my boss to meet him. Sir, I did not understand this particular question. Can you put me through on it so that I will understand more? He will say I should go and Google it. I've asked him like 3 times. He will tell me go and Google it. So I stop asking him questions, which is some questions you don't need to Google it. These are practical things you are doing every day. Google will not tell you this is the practical aspect and this is the theoretical aspect. I'm asking you based on this is what you are doing, and you're telling me to go and ask Google. That is by the way. Now there's a scenario that happened on the site. I'm handling a site at Akure renovation project. So now the contractor brought a ties for me to select. So I posted it on the group for the group to approve, the architect and the QS to approve. These ties that they are approving is the one in the site presently. So I asked a question, sir, these ties you choose, this is the one that we have on ground that is already on the site. So we still use this same ties since we are doing renovation. He didn't respond. Later on, the contractor brought ties and he started using it. I said, sir, did they approve any ties for you? He said, my Oga, which is the quantity surveyor now, said he should use his discretion. I said, okay. I called my boss. Sir, you said he should use his discretion. He said I should snap the ties, I should snap the make, I should snap everything for him. Now, they have started working. I posted the progress of work on the group. Only for my boss to call me now, which is the QS. Sarah, they're asking you a question on the group. You do not respond. I said, sir, where? It's on the WhatsApp. I said, okay, let me check. When I opened the question, the architect asked me one question. If it's not the artisan that was there, I was off balance. He asked me, who authorized you to approve any ties? This question was like, where will I start from? Immediately, the artisan say, madam, just calm down. calm down. Don't be in haste to answer this question. Calm down. Because he was there when all these things are happening, and he's the one doing the tie work. And he talked to my boss, which is the QS. Now, I went back to the previous messages. I copied all of them. I repost them back to the group. And I called my boss. Sir, should I tell them to stop working now, or I should tell them to continue? He did not answer me. Till today, that question was blank. When I came back, we had a meeting. So they were not saying that some kind of things I need to take blame for my boss. I said, when I'm not the one fault, I cannot take that blame. So in this scenario, how do I manage this working in an organization that does not even like they don't even appreciate your effort. Instead, they are looking for a way to even bring you down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What I could just say is one thing that you just know that there are some experiences that you get during construction that are tough, and some experiences you get that are seamless. Those are tough experiences, and I tell you for fact, it might sound awkward, but they are building you in terms of managing situations. So what you've done is the best in terms of you've been able to copy the messages and share it back. You could see that when you share it back to them, they were not able to say something much further than that. That was why they kept the conversation muted. So what I've understand in professional journey is that whatever conversation you're having, probably with your downliner or your managers, always ensure you have it documented either by emails or by words or by any way. Ensure that it is documented. So when issues arises, you can always go back to that and refer. And I believe that has what saved you in this case. Just imagine the conversation you guys had was verbal. It will just be a mess. So, but now because it is more of on WhatsApp, you're able to copy those messages back, and that was why they're able to kill that conversation. But I tell you fact is that um don't feel bad about it. That's how some experiences is. But I will just advise you don't wait much in that particular place for long, not to make you lose your how do I put it, lose your strength in terms of okay your voice. So that's my own advice. I've told you I worked in a company for about 1.5 years. That was very, very toxic. I knew that there's an end point. So but I was able to endure that because I knew that this is a process. Do you understand? So it's just part of the process. You don't need to feel bad. It's just part of the process. That's just how it is. There's some experiences that will be nice, experiences that will not be okay for you. Do you understand? That's just it. You just need to understand those situations and know how to manage it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I,
Sorry
I
about
think
that.
you said it all. You just have to, be very um documentation oriented, if I can put it like that. Any instruction that is being given out on site, QS doesn't even authorize a lot of things. I don't even think you have the authority to authorize. It's either
Yeah,
the architect or
like
the
I said,
project manager.
project
So
manager. Yeah.
anything that you want to seek approval for, once you put it out there and they didn't give you a response, the person on site should not start, because they need to give a response for the person to start. So just to save your head from a lot of trouble. So don't worry, it will keep
Thank you.
going
Thank you
and
so
getting
much,
better.
Blessing. I
Yeah.
really, really do appreciate your time, and
You're welcome.
I do hope we have gained some insight from us, so we can reach out to our LinkedIn if you have any professional questions and
Yeah.
concern, please. And
Yeah.
thank you so much. Please, can we just give her a thumbs up on the chat, or can you
Thank
just
you so
encourage
much.
her, please?
I've not answered some of the questions you asked me, but I don't know if I can quickly just run it
Okay, yeah,
by the side.
exactly. You can just quickly
So
run
you
through.
asked, yeah, what role has networking played in your career success? It has really played a lot, I tell you. Even the current job I have now, it's because I was very active, or I'm very active on LinkedIn, and I met with somebody that needs my services. So it's been very advantageous for me. How do I maintain long-term professional relationships? The same way myself and Yemi has been for, I think should be close to a year now. And I've had relationship that are even longer. I have some of my friends from my school, like people that I graduated with way back in 2016, that will still communicate. And when I have maybe issues on project or anything, I can easily talk to them. it's good that we maintain relationships. Once in a while, happy birthday, once in a while, happy new year. It makes you relevant. So not just being quiet over the years is very, very key. Long-term professional relationship in terms of people I see online is just to check up once in a while too. You go for maybe site meetings, you see them again, maybe once in a year, you guys chat, not just being quiet. Like ensure that your impact is felt in a discussion. Like in my company now, we used to have monthly maybe lunch that everybody, because it's a big organization, everybody will have to come together to eat. So during those process, you chat, you meet people. That's how you keep your professional relationships at least up and going. What's one networking mistake you've learned from? One major networking mistake I've learned from is when I started my career, I used to be quite a lot in networking events. I used to be very shy. I wouldn't be able to talk to people, ask about how people's day are, how did you get into the company? I don't do that before. But now I think I've improved and I do better with that. The next question is, how can young professionals stand out in the QS industry? One of the major ways we can stand out as like the young people that are coming, even myself, I'm still young, as they are coming up in the industry, is to stay relevant. Stay relevant in getting the relevant certifications is very important. Stay relevant with AI that is just coming out and being crazy about anything. Make sure that you are up and doing with them. Know the information that are coming up, maybe coming out per day, per month, be relevant. Know some of the software that you can use that that would help your organization, even if your organizations are not using it at the moment. But like just know them that, and if you get Bluebeam, it's going to be helpful. Just know them by heart, and you can also learn about them. Let your skill be updated. Update your skill per time. Learn how to use software. Learn how to use all this Primavera and all those things. Learn them. All the things that that would be helpful to your career. Please help learn them. Then what emerging trends should we be preparing for? AI, sustainability, digital tools. I think all these three are what is just running by each country. I know in Canada we are really much about AI. I know not much about sustainability, but I know places like UK are really big on sustainability, digital tools too. Almost everywhere in the country now we are adopting digital tools. So please, all these trends, we should prepare for them. How should we prepare for them? Learn about them. Even if you can't use them, learn. And if you have an avenue to learn how to use them, please do too. It helps. No knowledge is wasted. No. If you are not using it at the moment, I'm sure that in future you may have a need for it. So please, let's be proactive at learning things, especially when we have the time at our disposal. So that's just going to be the end of my section this morning. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you so much. I
Thank
really,
you
really
so very much,
appreciate your
Madam
time.
Blessing.
Thank you.
I believe I'm
As
following
usual.
you on LinkedIn and I read your write-up a lot. They are all
Most
amazing.
likely.
I've always been a QS, but every time I come out, I'm like, oh no, this makes sense. This resonates and it's very
Thank you.
beautiful. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so
Well
Yeah,
much.
done,
thank you,
man.
everyone.
Blessing. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much. Please, I won't be able to end this. Like, I won't be able to stay to the end because I have another meeting.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I think
Okay,
you all
I know
like
the
this.
person that is, I know the person that is talking. No, don't worry.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we are going to move to the next aspect, which is the networking strategy. So it's going to be in line with what she's talked about earlier on. So I'll just be brief around it, and we'll talk about the other aspect of the networking strategies. And before I move on, I just want to comment on our SMART goals, which we've worked on. So let me just this is just yep. So what I would just want us to do is that I've commented on each and every one, and I hope you can all see my screen, please.
We can, but it's too bold. It's in our face, so we can't even read anything.
Oh, you're seeing an Excel sheet, right?
Yes,
Yes, we can.
Okay. Sorry. How about now?
same,
Let me just
but we
see.
can't see anything. Okay, we
It's
can see
okay.
it now.
See you.
Yeah. Okay. So what I've done is that I've commented on each and every one, posts and smart goals, I want us to go back to the smart goals and correct whatever comment that has been given. So let's say I just want to take, for example, we have Ezekiel here. Any comment that has read, it's what you actually need to work on. You should need to overhaul that particular goals and rewrite it. If it is amber color, you can still leave it and change some little wordings around it. But if it is green, you can leave that. That is satisfiable. You can actually work with that. So also we have this. So for example, like I said earlier on, so so this is Miriam, yeah. So that yeah, so she has about 4, 5 goals, which is okay, no problem. But there are some things that we still need to work on. For example, the first goal is about obtaining the PMP certification, which is very, very specific. So that is a very, very good specific goals. So the comment there, like this is a good point on the approach on how you plan to achieve these goals. So I believe you can stick to it. But what we were was not really okay. It's, let's say, for example, the fourth goal, which is to develop a consultancy business plan. So I feel, on my opinion, I think this does not really fit into into a goal because it is broad. Do you understand? So things like that is something that we need to recheck and rewrite for us. So why we're going to do at the last class, we are not going to review it collaboratively on the platform on the call so everyone can easily learn. But before that, I want us to just go over it. It's not really a big deal. It's not for some of us, it's not really a big deal. Let's say Mohammed, yeah, okay, so Mohammed did fantastic. Everything was okay. Let's say Joshua, okay, this is fantastic. I think Sarah, it was not really a good approach, which you've done. So I want you to go back to rework it. So on the next session, we can actually work together and look for the best way to do it. So you need to actually work on more of your goals. Let's say I chart here. There's few things. So I think one of the comments, achieving RISS is not visible in 13 months, which is okay. Let's say peace. Yeah. So is Peace on the call, please? I'm not sure because she's not been on call, but she's been active on the collaborative platform here. So this is what I want us to do. Check through on for next. So on the last call, which is going to be our final call, we are going to go through the SMART goals. We are going to go through the skill enhancement, and then we are going to be looking at our CV as well. So after today's class, we can all send all our CVs, all our updated CVs for review. So by next class, we are going to be doing more of reviewing and recapping and catch up and like. So that's what I want us to do for the next session. So is that fine by everybody? Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
People are not encouraging it today. I think
Yes,
yeah,
that's very fine. That works for me.
okay, brilliant.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's okay, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. Because when I don't get responses, I say I'm talking to myself. That's why I always want you to respond so I can know that okay, at least we're in sync and we're talking together. Okay, so looking at the networking strategies, so I'm just like I said, I'm just going to talk more on what Blessing has said. So there are some strategies that I've put together here that will enable us when we are talking about networking. Because when you talk about networking, networking can be formal or informal. You can get a networking from probably uh like this particular mentorship. You can network with people. You can go to a formal conferences, a building conferences, or probably on sites. There are different places that we meet people. So we can actually network with people in different capacity that we find them. So one thing I always tell people, I always tell myself, because like I said, I'm carrying us through this mentorship program, just like how I'm going to live my life. That's how I'm living my life or how I want to live my life, because I'm still in process. I'm not perfect yet. I'm still learning. So one thing I always do is start with value, not favors. For example, let's say I'm just meeting QS Miriam for the first time. I know she's into project management. I'll be like, oh, hi QS, actually looking for a job without any conversation, without any prior conversation, she will feel awkward. Do you understand? Because that's human instinct. You can't just come to me and start requesting for favors. You need to understand, okay, what value did you possess? But also imagine probably we've attended the same conferences and I've asked the questions during the conference, and I saw her during the question, during the conference, and she asked the questions. And maybe after the conference, I can go to her and say, okay, thank you for the question you asked. Okay, I would like to ask a follow-up questions on what you understand by the responses. From there, you start a conversation, and then you can now pitch. Probably you are looking for a job, you are looking for an internship, you are looking for something. That is an idea, but you can't just go to people and start requesting for favors without having any value that you possess. So that's what I always want you. That's why I always tell people you need to build our value. You need to be valuable for people to respect you. At least in my little capacity, I'm valuable. That's why I'm able to put out content for mentorship out, and people were able to register. So, and I didn't take that for granted. That's why I'm pouring out my heart, pouring out my mind for people to understand how to get hold of their careers. So you need to be valuable for people to recognize you. You need to be valuable for you to, because if you're not valuable, you won't get the financial benefit as well. You won't even get the social benefit. So that's something I always want us to do. Follow up is key. Okay, let's say for example, after this mentorship programs, you guys were okay. I did not reach out to anybody. You people did not reach out to me in 6 months, 1 year. And let's say in the next 5 years, you saw me on the street. I'll forget you automatically because it has been a long time. But let's say in in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, we are communicating. At least we are checking up on people. Okay, oh, where are you still working? How is it going? You always check up on people. At least that will keep people in mind. Let's say, for example, when I was still in Nigeria, when I was trying to get someone to mentor me, then he's actually in the UK. When I sent a mentorship form to him, he was not really interested at first. But after from follow-up conversation, and I'm not pestering him, but I'm trying to follow up. Probably after 1 month, I follow up on him to let him know my request that I'm still interested in that. So after some different, probably like 5 or 6 months after all, he responded and we started our mentorship training there. And since then, I always every 2 months or 3 months or something, I can just reach out to him. I sir, I just want to greet you. How was work? How was family? How's everything? Or sometimes he comments on when he posts on LinkedIn, I like it, I comment, I reshare it. At least I'm trying to put myself in his mind because everybody is busy with life. You just need to keep following up on people if you are interested in their career or their growth. And also listen more to talk and talk less. In as much as Blessing has mentioned that okay, we should try to talk in meetings. Like if you remember, she said that you shouldn't just talk for talking's sake, you should talk with value. So we should try and as much as possible that whatever we are saying, whatever things we are talking, it is valuable and we actually listen more before talking. It is important that we listen more than we talk. So at least that will help you because just imagine you meet me in a networking session for the first time. I started talking about yourself, talking about what you've done, talking about this, talking about this, talking about that for like 5 minutes. I'll be bored. I'm not interested in you. Do you understand? I have a lot of things. So you need to understand, you need to allow people to, you need to create a conversational talk between people as you are talking about yourself, you ask them questions as well. You make this a two-way conversation, not just a one-way. That is a good way of building networking with people. And also building relationship before you need them. Like I said earlier on, you can't just meet me and for the first time and you want something from me. It's an exceptional cases that I'm going to do it for you because I don't know you from Adam. A lot of people. So that's one thing we need to understand. So let's say, for example, one of us right now is on a call. I've known the person for long, for like probably 4 to 5 years right now, and we've been talking. Probably to check up, we'll talk and just greet and like, and there's an opportunity that will come. I will always want to give to the person. Do you understand? I can't just meet anybody on the street or accept his miracle. I want to say, okay, I want to help you. We need to have a prior conversation before I said I want to help you or do something. And that's how life works. Let's say let me give you a little backstory of my own experience right now. When I got my third job while I was in Nigeria, I got it through networking because then I was working in a company where I was in my NYSC then. So there was this my senior colleague that I've known for long. I know him through NIQS trainings. So what I do is I will just check out on him probably during salad period. I just say, hi, sir, how was family? I will check up on him, greet him. Probably during beginning of the month, I'll reach out to him. Oh, how's everything? How's family? Sir, your boy is here. Oh, don't forget me. Any opportunity comes, at least I'm reminding him, I'm refreshing him about my name. So automatically he's having that mindset that there's someone somewhere that needs opportunity. So I'm building a relationship. I'm following up. I'm trying to let him know that I'm still interested. So when opportunity came, he didn't even hesitate to say, someone that's interested in so and so role. I should call the person. And I called the person. I was doing a training for a company then when I was in Lagos. That was, I think, in Yaba. As I finished the training, the person called me that, are you so and so? Can you come to mainland, right? Can you come to Obalende right now for an interview? I got there and he was just laughing with me. I was like, where have you been? We have been waiting for you. You understand? And I got the job. There was no formal interview, but because relationship, because the person that knows him, he knows that, okay, you can't give him someone that doesn't know have value. So you need to have value, you understand? Build relationship before you need them. You need to follow up on people. And I've coined a form strategy out that you need to understand. Let's say, for example, this is a networking section and you want to meet Olaimi Usman for the first time. Let's say, for example, I gave a talk in one of the conferences and you want to meet me. And okay, you want to meet me, you want to talk to me, but you are afraid or you don't know what to say. There are different ways you can actually approach. Probably in terms of family, probably in the conference I've talked about family, or probably in the conference I've talked about my occupations, or probably in the conference I've talked about probably the football club I support, or I've talked about motivation. You can just walk up to me and hint on any of these strategies. And you can always easily look at, does that align with yours? If it is football, and you're supporting this football club, like I'm supporting Liverpool, you can reach out to me. Hey, sir, I heard you're supporting Liverpool. I'm also a fan of Liverpool. Or you can start a conversation from there. I won't forget that I met someone that supports Liverpool on that particular call. So if it is family or probably during probably I was talking to someone, I'll talk about my family or my kids. You can easily say, you had so and so, and you can come up with conversations around that. Do you understand? There are different ways you can reach out to people. You can start conversations with people without pissing them off. You can't just start a conversation with people and requesting for favor immediately. You need to build relationship first. And after the meeting or the conferences or the site meetings, you follow up. So these are the things that these are the strategies that I want us to imbibe in our day-to-day activities. Currently, I don't know if there's anyone that have any conference in mind to go this year. Does anyone have any conference to go in mind this year?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes, sir.
exactly. So when you go to those conferences, you don't just go. I've been into that loop of going to conferences for just going sake. I think the thought stopped in 2022. Yeah. 2020, no, it's 2022. 2022, when I was going for my first conferences in UK, I reached out to at least all the speaker on the digital space and sustainability space. I reached out to all of them. I would like to learn from you. I'd like to take a picture with you. You know, people like people farms in them. I would say I would just like to take pictures with you. When you say things like that, it will make them feel important. If you make me feel important, I won't forget you. Do you understand? But I didn't come to them to say I'm looking for a job. And I won't lie to you. I was looking for internship those periods. I reached out to almost all the speakers on the sustainability and digital space. Some of them replied, some of them did not reply. And I noticed that when I did that, only just one person replied. And she replied me on the day of the program. She sent me a text that she was expecting that I would come to the sustainability page. Believe me, I forgot that I even sent her something. When I saw her messages as Nigerian, I was like, oh, sorry, I was actually looking for you as well. So the following day, we didn't see again. And to be honest with you, it was through her I got my first role in the UK. It was through her I got my first role in the UK, just that networking session. So we should learn not to just meet people for meeting sake. We should strategize everything. Many will fail, one will work. And that one will work will cover all the ones that failed. Please. So let's change our mindset around those strategies around networking. So also, one thing I always want us to do is leverage social medias. There is LinkedIn now, there is Twitter, which is X, there is portfolio websites. Let me just show you my portfolio. It's not a website. I've built a portfolio for myself personally. Why do I do this? Because I know that as a professional, you need to have your own portfolio. Just 1 minute. I'm just trying to show you my portfolio. It's not a big deal. I did it with Canva free. I did it with Canva free. And the truth that I've used it probably 1 or 2 times. If opportunity comes that, okay, do you have a portfolio? I don't need to rack my head that, oh, do I have portfolio on the like? I just need to go to my system and share it to people. Where is my download? Yeah. You will see that it's not a big something that's oh, can you all see my screen now? Can we see my screen?
Yes, sir. I can see your
Yes, we
screen.
can.
Can you see the
But it's
portfolio
not
screen?
The portfolio is not there, sir.
The portfolio is not displaying.
Okay, yeah, this now. So this is a simple portfolio that I've done. I'm sure you can all see it now.
Yes, we are seeing it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
Exactly.
sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this was updated. I've done this since 20, I think 2021. Yes, but I started in 2021, but I've been updating it as year progresses, Okay, this is it's just about 16 pages. This is about me. All I need, blah, 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 and everything is from LinkedIn. Okay. And this is the pictures you have, the infographics, what I've done, the softwares I know how to use and the likes. Okay, this is one of the project I've worked on, extraction from Bluebeam. If someone sees this one, I know that this person can use Bluebeam. This is Navisworks. Okay, I showed that, okay, this is a 5D quantifications from Revit. Okay, if someone sees this, automatically he has the idea, okay, I can actually prepare cost plans from Revit and Navisworks, similar to this page. This is another, oh, okay, I think this is similar to that, okay, extraction of data sheets from Navisworks. This is quantification of MAPs, and this is the what you are seeing here is the model of a project I work in Nigeria. This is the real life project. This is the model on the top, and this is the real life project in Lagos. So at least I'm showing the person, okay, what I've done in the model. This is the real life. This is okay, clash detections. At least I'm showing the person, okay, I can actually do things like clash detections. This is it's okay. This is Bluebeam as well. IFC reviewer. This is Costex. I'm showing the process that I can actually use Costex. This is Autodesk reviewer. This is 4D simulation. This is Power BI integration with BIM and social media. My pages. That is all. That is all. It's just a simple portfolio. We can have more than this. This doesn't take you time to create, but it just take you, are you ready to create it? Do you understand? It's like asking you, are you ready to do it? You don't necessarily need to, you don't necessarily have to need it now, but you can just have it probably in your free time, create all those things. What I'm actually working now in the next few couple of months is a real website that talks about me, that talks about what I've done, what I'm doing, what I want to do. At least, because if I don't brand myself, nobody will brand me. Nobody will brand me. We are not in an entertainment industry that will say, okay, let's pay a promoter. Do you understand? It's a professional world. We own our career development, we own our brand. So it's something that we need to do. So, like as Blessing has said, if it is Instagram, like I always say, a Blessing always say, sorry, it's not about QS. If it's not QS alone, you can talk about anything. You can talk about pictures and construction buildings. You can talk about anything, but ensure that you put yourself in a media space. You don't know who is watching. And you know that you are doing this not because of you're doing this, you are creating your legacy, you are creating your digital footprint. That's the mindset we need to start looking at it now. So also on the aspect of leveraging social medias. So what I want to, I think this is us. Yeah, this should be engaged. Yeah. So what I want us to do is that at least see, let me tell you something. If you are looking for something, you need to create strategies around it. I'll just tell you a backstory. When I was looking for, when I was doing my trainings in Nigeria, I was trying to look for people to get them. I post almost twice a week, every time. And what do I post about? I post about what we've done, what I'm planning in the future. And I can see a post of someone, I repost it, I edit it, I repost it, and I gain engagement, I gain people, a lot of followers. Currently, I'm on 19K on LinkedIn, and doing that, build my communities around what I've been doing in terms of QS being. Now I'm adding sustainability to it. You need to do that because you are looking for something. I stopped posting um when I wanted to when I wanted to relocate because there was a lot of things to do there. But when I relocated, I was looking for internship. I was posting. If you follow me in 2023, 2022, 2023, you will see a lot of content I always post. I was posting about my master's degree. I was posting about what I've achieved in the last 3 months. Every 3 months, I always have recap. And within that 3 months, I've posted a lot. I've posted like four posts in that month, in that quarter. So at the end of the quarter, I will aggregate those posts. I will repost it again to put myself on the people's mind because I was looking for something. I was looking for internship then, so I already putting those in out. If you notice, if you understand how algorithm works on LinkedIn, you will notice that people that post consistently, there's something they're actually looking for. They're not posting for fun. Posting and creating content is not easy. It's hard. I was discussing with his team recently about, okay, how can we edit the videos? Even the videos a lot is about 24 gig. Can we send that through in the internet? It's hard. Me editing video, I can't even finish editing it. Do you understand? Creating content is not easy. Either writing content or video content is not easy. To get to the promised land is not easy. So we need to put in the work for us to get to the promised land. Some of us that are looking for a job now, I understand we can get a job through offline. No problem about that. But if you are looking for a job externally without your current connection, which is not from your current connections, you need to understand that you need to put yourself in the media space. So if it's once a week, post it. If it is once, twice, and once in 2 weeks, post it. Ensure that you post something out. It won't take anything off you. You won't look stupid. Nobody will take you look there. I told you last in my first class, my first post on LinkedIn was I just posted and one day I was going back to all my power, like, what happened? Why did I even post these things? So we need to understand nobody will hold you for not posting what is right. But ensure that whatever you are posting, you have any mindset behind it and you pray as well. Me, most of the time when I want to post, I'll pray that God let it touch the rights of the heart of right people. Because there's some many people that doesn't need your post. And when I got my second job as well, before I got my present job as well, I was always posting on LinkedIn as well. But you won't post that you are looking for a job or something. We just post content that relates to your expertise. And then people can easily relate to, okay, what is this person? So when I got my present job, when the director wanted to accept me, he went to my LinkedIn. And when they check your profile on LinkedIn, you will surely know who checked it. I saw it. And I was like, okay, at least if you can check my LinkedIn, forget it. Except God doesn't want me to get it. if anybody, any recruiter will go and check my LinkedIn and talk to me, forget it there. I'm not bragging, but I've built a good presence, I've built a good profile on that particular space, which I'm still growing. So let's do that. Let's try to engage in those posts, in posts as well, not just posting. So moving on, I don't know if we are together. Are we all getting it? Am I making sense to anybody?
Yes,
Yes,
so yeah.
yes, sir.
We are together.
Right
Okay,
on, sir.
brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. I think I've not heard someone's voice. Let me see who I've not heard his voice, his or her voice. I will call you out now. Deborah, I've not heard your voice today. Ezekiel, I don't think I've heard your voice. Mimi, who is Mimi She? I don't think I've heard her voice today. What is happening?
Hello, sir. Fine.
Okay, Ezekiel, good to hear your thick voice. Who is Mimi? Mimi, is it Mimi or Mimi? Who's that?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I don't think we've met. Sorry, what's the
Yes.
name? Or you change your. Okay, sorry. Can you introduce yourself? I think is this your first class?
Yes.
Oh, really? And you didn't introduce yourself. Well, okay, can you give us a little introduction?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Can you give us a little introduction about you? We would love to meet you.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Miriam. I'm studying quantity surveying currently at University of Uyo. I'm my 400 level.
Okay. Sorry, are you just joining? Did you get a mail?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, probably since you just joined, that's why I missed out. And I would just want to know, have you been finding value so far?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, thank you. And Abdul Aziz, how are you today? I've not heard your voice.
I'm good. I'm good, boss.
Ah,
I'm
good.
fine.
How was fasting? How was fasting going?
Yeah, fasting is good. We
Great.
just wake
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Okay, so let's move on. So what I've done is on these networking sections, I've looked at, okay, let's divide ourselves into group like we agreed every at the end of the class we'll go on with a task. So this time is going to be a much task on us, but I know it's hard. Good things doesn't come easy. And if being successful is easy, everybody will be successful. If being rich is easy, everybody will be rich. Do you understand? Me, all I knew is one. I don't want to be poor. I want to be rich. I want to be successful. As I'm putting the hard work. I know I might get tired. I will rest, but I will not give up. Okay. So now what I've done is I've created like a challenge for us. So we are going to split ourselves into two groups. So the first group is going to talk about 5 connection challenge. And second group is going to be talking about elevator speech. So what the difference between these two is that if you are going with the 5 um, connection challenge, what we are going to be looking at is the challenge is going to be you're going to connect 5 people professionally, majorly on LinkedIn actually as well, majorly on LinkedIn. So when you connect with them, you're going to send them a message that's probably if it's someone that you've been admiring on the platform on the LinkedIn, I will appreciate that because you're not just sending for sending sake. You need to send intentionally and passionately. So when you send them, you need to put a personalized message to them. And when you do that, and this week you need to share one post or article with your network. If you are going to with that challenge, that's group 1. So for group 2, we have elevator pitch. So in this elevator pitch, this is just how can you present yourself to people for the first time, either in a meeting, conference, site meetings, and anywhere. So we are going to be talking about who are you. We are going to be talking about what you do. We are going to be talking about what are you passionate about, and we are going to be talking about what are you looking for. So I'll put a little example here, which is hello, I'm Yemi, a young QS passionate about sustainability and whole life costing. I'm currently exploring digital tools that can improve cost management in construction projects. I'm looking to connect with professionals working in sustainability and digital transformations. So if you meet me for the first time and you give me this information about you, I'll be interested if that aligns with me. So you need to understand that whoever you are pitching yourself to is a person that's ensure that the person you are aligning with the person first. That is a major thing. So what we are going to do is, if you are going for group 2, you are going to create an elevator pitch by writing what I've talked about here in this: who are you, what you do, what are you passionate about, and what are you looking for. You're going to be writing that. And also you're going to be connecting with 3 people. Either, well, let's just say this week. I don't want to say this month. Let's say this week, so that will align with the first group. And the other one is that one actions you will take to add to your network. So the difference between these two groups is that the group 1, they're going to be focusing on LinkedIn, and they're going to give us putting the reports on the SharePoint, on the team sheets. That's which I'm going to be creating. And for group 2 as well, it's not online, it is offline. You're going to be doing that, but yeah, the only thing online there is you're going to be connecting with people. But for number 1 and number 3, you're going to be putting it on the SharePoint. So for group 1, 1, 2, 3, it is online. For group 2, 1 and 3, it is offline. Just 2 is offline, is online. So I don't know if this makes sense to anybody. Are we interested in this tax?
Sir, this tax is scary.
So maybe you can do a brief of it again so that we get it properly.
Okay, so
Yeah, we are interested.
it's going to be a 2 tax, 1 and group 2. In the last class, we have about 4 groups, but here we're having about 2 groups now. So in first group, you are going to be using your LinkedIn, going on your LinkedIn majorly, connect with 5 people. I've made it very simple, 5. And when you connect with people, you're not just, I know you might have thousands of connections before. For the sake of this program, you're going to be connecting with new people. So, and the new people you are connecting with, you're going to be ensuring that there are people on a higher career progress than you. And what you're going to be doing for that is you're going to be sending a personalized message. I don't know if you are aware that before you connect to people on LinkedIn, you can either just connect directly or you send in a text before you connect them. A text can be, "Hi, I'm Yemi. I've been following for a few months right now. I would like to connect to you because I'm interested in whatever things the person is doing." That's like a personalized message. Some people do that, and if you do that, it means that, okay, let me show you a personalized message someone just sent to me LinkedIn, so we can have a better view of it. Just my LinkedIn. Okay, I wish you all might see my LinkedIn sheets right now.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, great. So let me take this here. Yeah. So this person sent me no, my network. So yeah. So this is an example of personalized message. I've not accepted this person actually. Let me just see. Show more. So he said, how can I open this? Yeah, he said, "Hi Olaimi, just connecting. We are both in UKGBC Olife Carbon Forum." Do you understand? So this is like a personalized message. If I see this, I'm part of this forum because we had a call last week. I'm part of this forum. Automatically, I will accept the person. So when you do this, you send a screenshot of it, and you send it to this. I'm going to create our another sheet for us to do that. So you're going to do that, send it to the sheet, post it there, and also you're going to be posting one post on LinkedIn this week. It is a must. You're going to be doing that this week. That's for group 1. Is that clear for group 1?
Yes, sir. Very clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So now for group 2 right now, it's called an elevator speech. An elevator speech, there are 4 things that you need to understand there. You need to say that, okay, if I want to pitch myself to someone, to a client, I'm going to talk about who am I, what I do, what am I passionate about, and what am I looking for. This is an example of an elevator pitch. Hi, I'm Yemi, a young QS, passionate about sustainability and whole life costing. This is what I do currently. It will be different from you. I'm currently exploring how digital tools can improve cost management in construction projects, and that is my interest. That's what I'm passionate about. What am I looking for? I'm looking to connect with people in this particular field so that I can increase my network and increase my experience. That is a pitch. You're going to be writing that, and you're going to be putting that on the SharePoint, on the Excel that I'm going to be sharing with us during the week. So once you do that, you are going to connect to people on LinkedIn as well. But you don't need to, should I put it like that? You don't need to send personalized, you don't need to share your personalized message with us again. You just need to connect. Just connect on people higher than you. 3 alone. Why I'm doing this because I know that some of us have not opened our LinkedIn in the last 1 month, in the last 2 months. My most active social media I use is LinkedIn. Next is Twitter. Do you understand? So that's how I want us to do it. At least send connection out. If you have not been doing it, let's do it. You can send more, but at least let's send 3 to fulfill that. And once you've done that, you can share it with us if you want to. And the one important thing is that one actions you will take to add value to your network. So when you've written your pitch, you need to now answer these questions on the SharePoint, which we are going to look. For example, if I'm going to add value to people, to everybody here right now, is for me to coach you. It's for me to teach you, coach you on how to groom your career. That's how I'm going to add value to you. If I'm going to add value to a senior professional, is for me to let's say I've met a senior professional that is a QS as well, and how can I add value to that person? It's for me to understand what is okay. Let's say, don't let me use a QS. Let me just use a general construction professional. Let's say you've met someone that is into that's a project manager currently, and you want to know how can you add value to the person. You can just reach out to the person now. Okay, so this is what I do currently. Is this something that aligns with you, and I can help you with any tax for free? You don't need to pay. You don't need to get paid. If it's just to promote one of their posts, or if it's just to reshare one of their posts, or just do something around them that can actually help their own based on their own interests. Do you understand? So these are ways you can add value to people. And once you do that, you don't need to you don't need to necessarily do that first. You just write that based on people you connect with. So you can look at one of the interesting connections you have, just write something around them. Why I'm doing this is because I want us to leverage social media. If 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 we leverage it for the sake of this session and we don't use this again, it is our own it's based on your own decision. But for the sake of this class, let's do it. I believe 1 or 2 persons will be consistent with that. Like I said, me having a lot of connection. Now, this is invitation. I get invitation on people every day. I choose to select, I choose to accept because I know that a time will come that I will not have more capacity to accept again. Currently, I'm on 19K, and at least that doesn't come with just posting alone. I connect to people, I reach out to people. Do you understand? So it's something we need to leverage social media, especially on LinkedIn, in terms of professional wise. So I would like to know, do we understand group 1 and group 2 tax right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But there's
Yes,
something I
sir.
want to say, sir.
Eh?
Can I say something, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. But I have an opinion. Sir,
Okay, brilliant.
the two tax is not something like me want to miss out of. I don't know if the two tax is not something I want to miss out of any. Okay,
So
the
you want to do
two
the
group
two?
now. No, I want to, can we I think if it is possible, like we should achieve, every one of us should achieve maybe the first one this week, then the next one, because it's something that will work for us all. Like for the connection challenge, every one of us should start with that for this week and give a report. Then maybe next week take up the second challenge, like the group two on. Because I don't know, that's just how I felt. That's not something someone has to miss out of the two. So that's it, sir.
Okay, that's brilliant observations at the point, but I just want to understand that why we are actually mixing it is for us to have people to have a choice in things. That's why I don't want to mandate it. If you notice the last class, we have different choices. So that's why we want, because life is more we need to be we need to understand diversity in anything we are doing. Some people might not like the connection challenge. Some people might not like the elevator challenge, and you want to force it on them. So that's my own perspective on when I was preparing this. But what I will just say is that if you choose any of the group right now, you can actually do the other ones. And if you're interested in doing it too, just reach out to me. I will create another sheet for you, which I'm going to be sharing for us. So I can create a sheet for you if you're interested in taking all the two. I don't know if that makes sense to someone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So now I will also, if can you just type on the chat so that I can know the group that you are interested in? Can you just say if it's group one, put group one, if it's group two, put group two. We are currently how many on the call? 12 on the call, so I'm expecting 12 people. Okay, I can see Ezekiel, group one. I can see Miriam, group two. I can see Stephen, group one. I can see Yusuf, group one. I can see Pelumi, group one. I can see Sarah, group one. We have, I was expecting some more. I can see Joshua, group one. Everybody's going for group one. Brilliant. Nobody wants to do the. Okay, I think we have just one person that is doing group two. Okay, I think Deborah, group two, as is group two, which is fair for me, which is very, very fair right now. How many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. Okay, Aisha, okay, 10. Is there anybody left? Who is left on the call to? Because I'm going to copy this out now so that I can use it to prepare the sheet for us. Okay, if that is all, I'm just going to copy that out now. So we have Ezekiel, the first person. Yep, and Aisha one. Oh, I'm just doing my.
So I changed my mind. Let me go for group two.
Okay, therefore I'll adjust that now. Sarah, right?
Yes.
Okay, group two, yeah, change that. I'll save that. So I'll prepare. Yeah. So that's brilliant. I appreciate the fact that we were able to have the different view on different choices. And so that's one thing. Okay. Steven, you can ask your question.
Yes, sorry, sir, I want to ask a question.
Okay.
So concerning the task and also like more of a question. So I think you said would share like a code message to that person and what's it called? Something we will add to them. And for example, you said the person is in top level of their discipline. So maybe let's say like you feel like maybe you're lower than them, or probably like you're a student. What area or what aspect do you think you can add to them, and you know that these people, they're in their top level of their discipline?
Okay, if you're a student, how can you add value to them? Right? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's say you're a student, or you don't even have, I don't know, maybe like a skill or something that you can match up, but you're aspiring to what they have also.
I think you can have. There's always where you can add value to people based on if you look at first of all if you look at someone's wall and is interested in probably sustainability, for example, what you can say is that you are interested in sustainability as well. You can say that okay, you have been working on this particular stuff on sustainability. Let's say that you're working with UK Green Building, UK Green Nigeria Green Building Council right now. If you're working with them, you can say they have been working with this so and so organization for some time right now. That's interested in sustainability, and you can say that you can help the persons to work on if there's any interesting event that or any workshop that they are looking forward to. Before you say like you need to understand what they are actually interested in. But now, for your own sake, you're a student right now. Well, it is not a crime. What I could just say is that if you found if you found someone that is into product structures design, you can just come to the person. Okay, you've been learning the product structures, and this is one of the interesting things you found. Does that align with them? If you found a new way of solving a problem, you can just share it to them. Like this is what you've noticed on product structure. It is you might know the answer. Do you understand? But just pitch to them to create that conversation. Do you understand that? So that's another way I feel you can actually come to them because there is nobody that is not valuable. You have your own strengths. There are some things that you guys will talk about that I don't even know. Me that I'm seeing a young person, I don't even know. So you need to know you are valuable. You have something I can see that you use salt, you use that structure also. So you can just coin something around. But ensure that whosoever you are coining it to is as interested in that particular area. I hope that answer your question. Or you want to explain more?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, brilliant. Is there any other question for today? Someone is asking a question in the group. That'll one. Is there any other question? Okay. We all can I ask my own questions right now? Let me just pick a random person from the group.
Yeah.
Okay. Who can I okay, who is on the call? Whose name is not spoken to today? Okay, Michael, are you there? Oh, Michael is not there. Okay, that's fine. Ezekiel, how are you today? Ezekiel is not there.
Very well, sir. I can hear you.
We're sleeping. Okay, you're not sleeping. Okay. So what have you learned today from the first speaker, actually?
One of the key lessons that I can say is my take home for today is making yourself known and utilizing the power of the social media. As Quentin Sovios, presenting yourself, your mode of approach, and letting the world know what you do. That's one of the key lessons I can say that I learned today. And the need to avoid being shy as professionals, just like Curious Blessing made mention of it, that being shy does not clear your bills. So we should be ready to speak out in a polite manner. And in our approach, we should have a constructive approach to issues and just work effectively on our communication skills. I think that's one of the key lessons today, sir.
Thank you. That's brilliant. Okay, next one is Rabio. What did you learn from his first speaker today?
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
For the first speaker, I learned keeping quiet, saying you're an introvert is not the best way for you as a professional, because there are so many things you know, because there's cater to this thing. So you don't assume you don't know that much, because someone needs the knowledge that you have.
Exactly. That's the right word. Thank you for that brilliant answer. Okay, is it Meme or Miriam? Can you tell us what you've learned from my own session today? Oh, she's not here. Okay. Okay, Yusuf, can you tell me what you've learned from my session today?
Yeah, good evening. Thank you so much, sir. I'm sorry I joined lately, probably maybe because of the fasting, because I run around to get something that I used to break fast. So initially
Yeah.
I thought the session supposed to start 7 o'clock. So while I joined, I noticed that the session was ongoing, even as I'm sick right now. So I've been busy from one task to another. I've not been actively following this class today. So I'm really,
Okay,
really sorry for that.
fine. That's fair enough. But I think we are recording, right? Yep,
Yes,
we are recording.
I'm planning to request for that.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I'm really sorry for
And
that.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, next is Deborah. What have you learned from the first speaker session? Oh, I think she's muted. No, she's not here.
Everyone.
Okay, yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So I joined the first speaker session, but along the line, I heard her talking about not being passive, not being quiet. And then when someone asks a question, what stood out for me is the fact that you don't have to force your opinion in meetings, but it will be in form of a compliment. It will be just make your voice heard. Let them know that, okay, this girl, she's not just keeping quiet. She has an opinion.
Exactly. Okay, lastly, who can I call right now? Let me see the name I've not spoken to. Okay, Steven, what have you learned from my session today? I think you're muted. Okay, Steven is not here. Okay, Pelumi, what have you learned from my session today?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, sir. So, there's some key takeaway. Some of the key takeaway I've learned. Sorry. So that I took from your section was to build relationship before I need it. So
Yeah,
just like being proactive when it comes to relationship building.
building.
Then
Yeah,
also you open my eyes to connection when it comes to conferences. Yes, I think
exactly.
I've been attending conferences since when I was student. I think my first conference was 2019, which was NIKSBGM, but I got to know that I haven't been making full proof of it. Yes, because I remember 2019. I can't say that this was maybe a new contact I gained, even student to student. Okay, maybe one or two. So it was just me and those people that we came together.
Okay,
So
yeah.
yeah, yes. So I think that's one other thing I've learned. Then okay, you've overemphasized the leveraging on social media, putting ourselves out there. Then
Yeah,
also one thing I learned is also building a portfolio, something that
exactly.
can, you don't have to do the talking every time, something that can talk on
Replace
behalf
you.
of you. Yes, sir. So
Exactly.
that's it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Is there anybody that wants to add to any of the comments, contributions?
Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay.
To add.
Go first, ma'am.
Can I talk?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
can
can.
go
Sure.
first, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I want to talk about this networking.
Okay.
The first, let me say, the first conference, which no, I think workshop I attended, that was 2018 or 2018. That was my first workshop. So they were giving, each speaker was giving the seminar, and everybody was just talking. So where I sat there, I was sitting close to my senior back then in school. She just graduated. So we are sitting together. So one person talked, which is, we were talking about arbitration, financial accounting. Two persons of great calibers, fellows, were speaking. So I had a question on arbitration. That was my first time. So I was now asking my senior, I said, please, I want to ask question. Can I ask? He said, why not? You're free to ask. But come and see the fear, the shiver that was gripping me. But when I raised my hand up and they pointed at me, when I stood up, that fear, that grip, everything just left me. So and I said, sir, I want to ask this question. So I asked the question. They answered me. Everybody was turning like, who is this person? The second speaker now spake one statement concerning Porata. I don't know of Porata. And this person has worked in Gulot Baja for 35 years, still counting. He just retired. So when we are done, I just follow up because the man was very fast. I said, sir, I have a question concerning Porata. That is when he paused. And you do this. I said, sir, can I call you? He said, okay, no problem. No. I said, because I need to learn more, sir. He said, no problem. He gave me his number. I said, don't call, just text. I said, no problem, sir, no problem. I would do that, sir. That was how I keep sending message once in a while. Because it's a Muslim, so once it's Salah, I will call. One normal, I will greet. Until he now started, he was the one that started making calls. Later he called me, Sarah, how are you? How are you doing? My second job I got was from him. He called me, I called him that, sir, this is what the challenges I'm facing on the side. How am I going to? He just said, okay, do you know what? Just hold on. I have a site coming up. You'll be the one in charge. Just okay. I was just going out. I was doing other things. I just received a call. Sarah, can you come to the site so day? I did not do any interview. I worked for 1 year without interview, and they didn't complain that she did not do well. I deliver. So spirit of networking. I don't go to conference that I cannot connect like more than like. What is 20 persons? I look at those resource persons.
Exactly, the key people there. Oh, I think you're breaking.
Issue. Maybe I see one building that I don't understand mode. I will just send message. Sir, I saw this building, it's confusing. What do you have to say? Sir, there's one situation that happened. I'll make sure that I keep.
His network is kind of breaking. Hi, Sarah, your network is kind of breaking. Oh.
Building Summit and BGM this year. So it's a way of networking again. So thank you very
much. Yeah, network. Okay. Thank you so much. I believe we all understand what she's saying in terms of the benefit of networking. It has helped a lot. It can help you. It's still going to help more people. That's what we just need to understand. Okay, Joshua, you asking a question? You're asking a question? You want to ask a question? Sorry.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm not actually planning on asking a question. I just want to emphasize the need for networking more. Like a lot of people have talked about it, so it's more like sharing my testimony of what I got this week. So I tried to send a connection to at least 2 individuals per day on LinkedIn, and it's been coming out well since I've been active on LinkedIn. But this week, that was I think Tuesday, No, that was the story. I came across this account. He's a founder and managing director of a construction company here in Abuja. So I sent a connection. Before I sent the connection, I went to his profile. I went to the company's website. I got what's the name? YouTube link for their channel. I watched the video. They solved a problem that is very prevalent in these Abuja roads. There's this hole, I cannot remember the technical name. There's always on the road. They have a a steel lead, a steel lead, sorry, on them. So a lot of them have been stolen, and the manager said he got hooked in one of these days. So instead of just overlooking it the way I'm very sure a lot of people have done, he pitched out to Federal Capital Territory Administration and he got the contract for his company. So they made a concrete lead for the hole. So that one will not be easy to steal like the steel that these scavengers just steal and they sell for cheap change. So my point is, I sent a connection after watching that video. I'm feeling like this is a very innovative human being, and the fact that I saw that thing and provided the solution, that is like someone I would like to connect with. And just I did send the connection and almost instantly accepted. Then came straight into my DM, offered me an opportunity that there's a project they are starting this month. That was Thursday, was still February. They said there's a project they are starting this month and he needs a quantity surveyor. I connected with him at the right time. So though nothing is final yet, we are setting a meeting for this week and then we'll talk and see maybe we can work together. So my point is networking can never be underrated. So me myself, I've always been shy, putting myself in my corner, in my comfort zone, and yes, I've been doing it more. And even in my early days of networking now, like it's just like I'm just starting my networking. And imagine I've gotten an opportunity. So that's just like more motivation for me to like keep doing this thing.
Doing
Bigger
the
ones
right
will
thing.
come, keep doing it
Exactly.
exactly. So it's just me. I'm just trying to motivate my fellow people on
Thank you
this
so
meeting.
much.
That just keep putting yourself out there. I've not been doing it much, but imagine just few weeks of me doing this thing, and I got one already.
Works
By
out.
God's grace, I hope I will get the offer, I will get the opportunity. But networking is something you can underrate. So let's keep doing it, and by God's grace, it will take us places.
Exactly. That's the
Thank you.
right words. I've given my own testimony how I got my first job and he's giving now. So, and I believe that a lot of people is going to talk about how networking has helped him in terms of their career progress. Okay, Deborah, I don't you raised your hand earlier on. Do you want to have questions or contributions or anything?
Just
Okay.
a comment and more of an
Okay.
action point for me, actually. So you mentioned the fact that, okay, we attend events, network with people, and then we just ghost each other. So I think that's an action point for me. So beyond the networking, we should keep the relationship going. And immediately you said that, I just had to chat one of my Muslim friends that I met at Big Five this year. Let's chat him up, ask about the fasting and
Exactly. Yeah. And one thing I want us to do, if we don't have any plans of going to any conferences here, please let's plan to go for Big Five. Big Five comes up every September of the year. Me, you, I have a networking, I have a conference I'm going by Tuesday, and that's going to be my first conference for the year. I just booked my ticket there yesterday. I didn't plan to go for all I mean, what's my plan for network conferences this year? So that's my first one. So we should learn as much as going how to, because if we don't do that, nobody's going to help us. Like I always say, we should learn to promote ourselves. So if we don't have any conferences in the mind, please let's go for Big Five this year, please, and let's leverage on that. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone for actually joining. I appreciate. This is the third session. So if Mimi, I don't know, as it Mimi or Mimi, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it right, or I don't know. If you wants to be part of the assessment you've done earlier on, you can drop your number right away for Steven to add you to your WhatsApp group. And I don't know, I don't have your name on the sheet right now. You can just join when you join the chat, just put your full name on the chat so that I can create a sheet for you and send you the follow-up message if you are interested in the assessment to be done. So, and I want to appreciate everyone for joining. This is the third session. It's a privilege to actually talk to everyone. Some people have 1 year experience, some have 14 years experience. I'm a young person in the industry. I don't have a lot of years experience like that, but I've passed through some things which I feel that I can share. You've passed through some things you can share. Tomorrow you can start helping people as well. My goal this year is to help professionals to build. I didn't do that last year because last year I was focusing on myself alone. So this year I pray I want to focus on other people as well. As I'm focusing, what one thing I've understand about life is that the more I focus on other people, the more I shine light on other people, the more my own light becomes shiner. Do you understand? That's how life works. Everybody is gifted. You can all help each other in any capacity, either big or small. Do you understand? So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate your time. I know this should be like 1 hour, but we're extending this almost 2 hours. I believe that we're not wasting our time here. Like that's one thing I believe. I'm exhausted because I do the talkings, I do the preparations, I go through your smart goals, do it and manage that with work. I have families, I have other things to do. I do that not because I'm just doing it for doing sake. I'm doing that because I believe it's going to help at least 1 or 2 persons in their careers. Do you understand? So I appreciate your own time as well. Some of us are Muslims here. We still have time to come here. I appreciate your time. And some of us have some other things, other important things to do, but you come here to learn from me. I appreciate your time. So next class is going to be our last session, and I hope and after the last sessions, we are more redefined. And please, we have based on what we talked about social media, let's leverage it. Most people that after this session, some people post on LinkedIn, they tag me, I reshare it. And you can see some of them get some good growths in their views. Some of them, you can just tag me, I will share it for you and help you own as well. Do you understand? Please and please, let's go and let's not forget the aspect of God. Some of us, I don't know if some of our Christian or Muslim, anyone, please, anything you believe in, please let's do that because life is more spiritual and physical. So let's pray as we are pushing. Let's pray. When I was in uni, there was always a slang we always do. We say we should read as if we don't have God, and we should pray as if we have not read. So that same thing applies to all area of life. When it comes to your career, push it as if there is no God. But when it comes to once you want to pray, pray as if your career is not even pushing at all. So let's learn to balance all those. And I believe God is going to be with us and God is going to grant us our heart desire and God is going to be a lot of motivation. Please and please enjoy your week. If you have any questions, drop it on the group chat. I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond if possible, and I'm going to send us the new sheet for us to do. And please don't forget to update your smart goals for all the comments I've put. Please let's try to update it. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you too, and you too.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.